Hi, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Um, I'm coming to you to talk to you a little bit about what I eat. So, a question was posed to me. They asked me, so since you're a Hebrew Israelite, what do you eat? So I had to think about that, and I was thinking, gosh, I eat a lot of food. So I think the question that should have been posed actually is, what don't you eat? So I do go based on the dietary laws, and you can find that in Leviticus. It's Leviticus 11, 1 through 47. So if you go through that whole chapter, it'll talk about the foods you can eat and the foods you cannot eat. So they're called clean and unclean foods. So there's a host of foods that they tell you should not eat, and it explains why. And then there are foods that it tells you that it's safe to eat. So when it comes to me eating, I basically follow the dietary laws, like I said. And my experience in my past is, hold on 1 second, my light sort of just dropped. Let me see. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Okay, so um, it was 2014. That's when I gave up um, eating pork and shellfish. And it wasn't easy, but it was something that I decided I made the conscious decision to do. Um, um, it took me about a couple years. So I was still going to Sabbath Bible service, which was on Friday nights. Periodically, I went to the Saturday service, and I was still eating and enjoying that pig and those crab legs and um, lobster and shrimp. Oh, I was still enjoying those foods. But, you know, it comes to a point where you have to get serious with your walk or about your walk. And I got serious and I decided, you know what? This is something I need to really work on and try to abstain. Um, it what I did is I took my time, but then I just went cold turkey. That's what I did. And it's been, like I said, since 2014. Um, and here it is, what, 2021? So about 7 years, going on 8 years. And I remember it was around, I was still celebrating, holidays, and it was around Easter. I remember it was Easter. And I decided to make a lamb for Easter instead of eating the ham that my mom normally, purchased. And so it was around Easter time. Yeah. So I I do sometimes miss eating pork. My mom loved bacon, so we would have bacon for breakfast every morning. Um, but I'm okay because right now I'm eating turkey bacon, and to me, turkey bacon is it tastes just as good as pork bacon. Now the type of bacon I miss the bacon that has that rind on it. Um, Not when it's real, chewy like rubber, but when it's nice and crunchy like skins. And I do miss that. Now, you know what? I used to enjoy skins, but my husband, he sort of hooked me up and he told me about these chicken skins. So he started buying them. So I've been eating them for maybe a couple years now, chicken skins. So I can't think of the name of it, but I'll put it down in the description box. Um, and they're pretty good. So if you're trying to pull away from certain things that are pork, well, you can find certain hacks. Um, As far as seasoning my greens, now we did use ham hocks. Now I don't miss the meat part of the ham hock, but I sure do miss that little fatty skin. Oh Lord, I throw some barbecue sauce on it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but um, yeah, I miss that. But the next best thing are turkey tails. Turkey tails have a lot of flavor in it. So that's what I mainly season my greens, my beans, my green beans, my cabbage. So I use turkey tails to season all my foods, and the foods that you normally use, salt pork or ham hocks. So I use turkey tails. Now another thing, so okay, my husband's interesting, and I'm gonna probably make a video about him and me. I'm a practicing Hebrew Israelite. We know he's a Hebrew Israelite because he's an African American man. Now, not all, but my husband, man, I think he is. I don't know. But anyway, so he's a non-practicing. He'll tell you, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I believe in Jesus too. But anyway, but one thing I have to say about him, he's been real supportive, very supportive, and that's been a blessing. But anyway, so he taught me to cut the turkey tails. Well, what you do is you put the turkey tails in water, you boil it, and then what you'll do is, you don't want it to get too soft. You still want it to be a little tender. Excuse me, a little tough. Sorry for that, I meant tough. So you still want it to be a little bit tough. And then you'll just cut it, and then you throw some oil in the skillet, and you will fry it right up like bacon. And once it's been fried up, it is really tasty. It's very good. So that's a hack that my husband taught me. So there are things that you can do to get around. For instance, Jiffy, there's something in Jiffy, the regular Jiffy, that we as Hebrew Israelites should not be eating, but they have the vegetarian, and that's safe. So another thing I want to go ahead and tell you guys, and I'll probably put this down in this description box as well. There is a church or a center or a hall or whatever they call it. I'm not sure exactly what they call their building, but it's called Israel of God. And Israel of God, they have taken out the time to research all foods to determine if this food is, if this food is clean versus this food not being clean. So let me tell you, I went to White Castle maybe about, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And according to them at the time, the White Castle burger bun, not the burger, but the bun was unclean. It had something in it. So I went to White Castle and I ordered some hamburgers without the bun. So what I did actually is I ran to the store, got some of those little, Hawaiian buns or rolls, and those things are nice and sweet. And I would tell them, could you give me the number one, which is 4 burgers, fries, and a drink. And I told them I don't want my burgers on the bun, but I do want the onions and the pickles. Well, the manager, she came to the drive-through window and she was like, why are you out, ordering your food like that? And I explained to her how I ate and, my faith. And she was like, oh, okay, I understand. So I got the burgers, put it on the Hawaiian roll. And oh my gosh, it really is good. It's very tasty. That little sweet roll with those onions, the burger, and the pickles, just, real good, just really good to the palate. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so that's just, what I learned from the Israel of God. But then a couple years later, I found out that it was safe to eat White Castle burger and bun. So I enjoy White Castle burgers, and I think I had some just last week. So they're really good. So that was that. Um, it's just, you have to be careful about certain foods that you do eat because a lot of the foods, they'll say, let's say if you go to Jewel and you get one of their Stouffer's, lasagna or their spaghetti, and it'll say beef, and you're thinking you're safe eating it. Well, if you really look at the ingredients, sometimes you will see that they're mixing pork with the beef to stretch it. So you have to be real careful and you have to really read the ingredients. So I guess I'm not talking to those experienced Hebrew Israelites, those people who know and been walking the walk for a long time. I'm basically talking about those Hebrew Israelites who are new to the faith. So you might want to go ahead and just, if you're deciding to, walk this walk and be serious about it and cut out on certain foods, especially the pork and the fish and the seafood and the shellfish, my advice to you would be take your time if you feel you can't go cold turkey. If you can't go cold turkey, just take your time and ask God to help remove, that desire, that taste from your mouth. And he'll do it. And if you, go to him with a sincere heart, and that's what he's looking for, that sincere heart. So if you're, still eating bacon, but you're saying, God, I really want to pull away from this, but I'm having a hard time. Don't think he's not hearing you and don't think he's not going to, have favor for you or on you. One day you might wake up and, think, I don't really have a taste for pork. I don't really think I want to eat any bacon. So, I think that's basically it. If I forgot something, I don't know. If you have any questions, just feel free to, pose the questions to me. Um, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. And I'm trying to bring more content regarding my walk. This is my walk because we all have an individual walk. So my walk is different from, another person's walk, so um, I don't want anybody coming back saying, well, well, yeah, because I'm the one who has to answer to my God, you know? So, but all praises, this is the Sabbath. So happy Sabbath. And again, if there are any questions, feel free to, send them my way. I'll try my best to answer. But in the meantime, um, peace out, as they say, and I'll talk to you later.